Reporting live from Fox News, this is Sandy Sanders. Welcome to a beautiful day in the 60s. Today, we found groundbreaking news on another case, Tinker versus Des Moines. And now to Emma Kangaroo for more info.
Emma Kangaroo reporting live. The Tinker versus Des Moines court case is one of the most groundbreaking trials in the history of the United States. The case involves three minors, John Tinker, Mary Beth Tinker, and Christopher Eckhart, who were each suspended from their schools for wearing black armbands to protest the Vietnam War. The Tinker versus Des Moines case refers to Supreme Court hearings. The case was so unique, in fact, that it went through a number of courts to get it right. Back to Sandy Sanders.
Thank you, Emma Kangaroo, for that enlightening information. But the circuit courts and the Court of Appeals in the state of Iowa both ruled that black armbands, which represented bad feelings toward the Vietnam War, was inappropriate attire for school. Because of this ruling, and because the kids were each suspended from the school, they appealed and brought their matter to the higher court. Ultimately, the Tinker versus Des Moines case reached the highest court in the United States, the Supreme Court. The students kept appealing the rules because they felt that they were entitled to expressing themselves as American citizens. The students believed the black armbands were protected under the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, which guarantees the right of free speech and expression. And back to Emma Kangaroo with more information.
Thank you, Sandy Sanders, for that revealing information. Now, for more. Tinker versus Des Moines began on November 12th of 1968. The Tinkers and Christopher Eckhart filed the following charges against the state of Iowa. The Tinkers stated that their suspension resulted out of legal expression. They believed they were suspended for simply stating their opinions on the war. They believed this action taken by the school that was stated was a direct violation of their First and 14th Amendment rights, which protected free speech and free expression. Tinker versus Des Moines was decided by the United States Supreme Court on February 24th of 1969. Back to Sandy Sanders for more information. All right, we're good, John. We're good.
The verdict we've all been waiting for. The United States Supreme Court in Tinker versus Des Moines ruled in favor of the Tinkers and Christopher Eckhart, claiming that the protests undertaken by the students did not intend to spark violence, destruction, damage, or criminal activity. Because their protest was peaceful in nature, their expressions and speech were protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution. The students were thus allowed to wear their black armbands in protest of the Vietnam War. The verdict reached by the court in Tinker versus Des Moines created a law that gave power to school systems. Known as the Tinker Test, the ruling offered in Tinker versus Des Moines allowed individual schools to prohibit students from protesting if the protest has the chance to influence a disruptive response.
And that's all you need to know about the
Tinker versus Des Moines case.
Freeze frame!